You're listening to the John and Heidi Show. Now, featuring the wit and wisdom of Dan Farris.
Okay, dudes, let's walk this sucker.
On Sunny 93.3.
It's the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris. Welcome back, Dan.
Well, thank you very much. Sorry about the little hiatus there.
No, that's okay.
Life is taking some strange
turns
here.
It wasn't the same without you.
It really wasn't. We had calls, we had people emailing.
I apologize
a lot of
for
hate
that.
mail.
Yeah, and I still kind of, I play my life kind of close to the vest, and I know it always surprises people, but I'm pretty much, I keep my private stuff, private.
One step away from a hermit.
So. Yeah, but I had over the course of the past week and a half, I've had a bunch of surgical procedures done.
Yeah,
right.
Actually, and I really want this whole solitude, stay out of the public thing over.
Yeah.
So I can throw a fundraiser so I can pay my medical bills.
And he now wants to be known as Danielle.
Which made filling out my census really tricky.
Not that kind of surgery, Heidi.
What the heck's going on? Happy birthday to Harry Houdini today.
Oh, hey.
Also, Clyde Burrow of Bonnie and Clyde fame, born this day. And Steve McQueen, one of my all-time favorite actors.
Very cool.
In fact, his Mustang from the 1969 movie Bullet just sold at auction $3.4 million.
Now, wasn't that in a barn?
Yeah, it was a fine. Somebody bought it. I mean,
crazy.
yeah, and the thing had not been all redone or rebuilt or anything. It had some dents and faded and some bangs on it. It was kind of beat up. But
It was like in a barn.
yeah,
That's
but
crazy.
But it was the Mustang he drove in that movie, and yeah, it was over $3 million at auction, which is pretty crazy.
That is very, very cool.
See, what else was going on this day? It was 1832, and I think you can bunch this up on YouTube. 1832, Mormon Joseph Smith was beaten, tarred, and feathered in Ohio. And I think we should bring that stuff back, because it's just kind of...
What's that? The beating and tarring and feathering?
Yeah.
Who would we do that to?
I don't know, but I bet you could sell tickets. Pay-per-view.
That's what they could do with Harvey Weinstein.
That was the little boy that went walking in the woods, right? Wasn't that his name?
Joseph Smith, yes.
Yeah.
Religions of the world, according to Heidi.
Oh, yeah.
You walk in the woods and a bunch of stuff happened, and then Mormons.
Yeah.
The end.
Kind of what she said.
It was 1991, and I actually watched this. It was WrestleMania 7
Oh, yeah.
from the L.A. Memorial Sports Arena, and in the heavyweight bout, Hulk Hogan beats Sergeant Slaughter
I remember that.
for the WWF heavyweight title.
Now it's WWE.
Yep, they had to switch it up because of wildlife, tree hugger people. Save the whale. By the way, save the whales. I have the whole set.
Well, Dan, thank you for coming in with that report.
Yeah, thanks for putting up with me.
Yeah, more stuff on the way.
Good to be back.
Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris.
Not all credit cards are created equally. Some cards have higher rates, some have annual fees, some are just not very good. Often people will sign up for these because that's all they qualify for. But if you've done that, it may be time to get a better credit card. Over time, your situation can change. Then you could qualify for a better credit card, one that offers you a better rate, or one that offers miles, points, cash back, or whatever is the best fit for you. Check it out for free at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Time now for Ranger Dan's Critter Corner.
Well, I'm rough, tough, and ready. I'm a heck of a man. Eat my beans and weenies from a frying pan.
He's Ranger Dan.
Easy. I'm Ranger Dan. Well, I loves to wrestle bears and lasso ducks, run over possums in my government truck.
He's Ranger Dan.
Easy. I'm Ranger Dan. Well, I loves all the campers and the animals, too. If you're picking on critters, I'm coming after you.
He's Ranger Dan.
Yes, sir. I'm Ranger Dan.
Good morning, Ranger Dan.
Good morning, Ranger Dan.
Oh, good morning there. Well, long time no see.
Yeah, you were absent
no,
yesterday. We did a best of, which was really kind of fun.
Well, I got to tell you what, I appreciate you kind of helping me gird my loins through this whole deal here. I got to be honest with you. I've been just trying to do my part to contain this whole thing, this Chinese virus. Oops, I'm sorry. I mean, the virus that came from China.
Oh, that's better.
And I've been pretty much hunkered down in the old fortress of Ranger Tude, cleverly nestled somewhere near the Big Sioux Spillway off North Cliff Avenue. And got an update on a little promotion we started about a week back. The Ranger Dan Enterprises Shelter in Place with Ranger Dan Ladies Only Raffle.
Yeah, how's that going?
Well, we've tallied entries. well over 1,700 so far.
Oh!
And, yeah, we're going to continue to sell tickets right through the old Ranger Dan website there till all 5,000 of them are spoken for. Just $9.95 a pop. Well, gosh darn it shouldn't take long. And if you're the lucky lady that will shelter in place with me, Ranger Dan, through the entire month of April, rest assured you'll be living large in the Ranger Dan Fortress of Rangertude, complete with hot tub, wet bar, massage table, sauna, custom sound system, disco ball.
That's a heck of a fortress.
Beautifully stocked kitchen, complete with cookware.
Nice.
Groceries, cleaning supplies. Not to mention a 70-inch plasma flat screen TV in the complete collector's edition, all 38 episodes, box set of The Life and Times of Grizzly Adams. Yes, ladies, it's a dream come true. Get your raffle ticket today. Just click on the heart icon on my website. Have your credit card ready. Now, for a little critter knowledge, that's why we're here. Gather around, little radio rangers. Write this down. Donkeys don't really seem to mind wearing hats. That's all the time we have. Rangers. Till next time, you're not in school, whatever. You can't go to church, but say your prayers, eat your vegetables, make sure they're washed thoroughly. Don't be playing soccer. And don't be wearing Crocs. It's Ranger Dan out. Yes, sir.
Again, Ranger Dan's Critter Corner.
Drinking too much can ruin your life. Alcohol and drug issues can cause problems at work, at home, and pretty much everywhere. If substance abuse has taken over your life and you want to quit, there is help. TimeForRehab.com could be the first step in the right direction for you. TimeForRehab.com would love to help you find a new life beyond addiction. Your insurance company may even cover the cost to help make this happen. You can learn more now at TimeForRehab.com. That's TimeForRehab.com.
Time now for Water Cooler Talk, brought to you by Aqua One. Mr. Dan Farris back in the studio right now.
I think it's super important, is for me anyway. Number one, count blessings. Number two, try to find those little rays of sunshine in what apparently are kind of dark times right now. Mm-hmm. And here is such a story, and it just happens to be one of my favorite places, too. Thanks to Kello for posting this. TC's Referee.
Oh, yeah.
All right, TC's Referee. If you don't know the history, that was originally founded by the T, Tom Walsh.
Okay.
C, Charlie Knipe. TC's Referee. Charlie Knipe still owns TC's Referee and also owns Cherry Creek Grill.
Yeah.
On the other side of town.
Yeah, exactly.
The reason I bring that up is they have the best hot wings in town.
And they get good prime rib, too.
I mean, my favorite hot wings like ever, man.
Never had one.
Like
I'll have to try that now.
But here's the skinny. Somebody left a really nice tip over the weekend at TC's Referee.
That's awesome.
$1,450.47.
I thought that was a bizarre amount.
It's just it's a great amount. That's kind of how I do. For instance, when your daughter, right? Remember for her little high school graduation open house.
Oh, right? Yeah.
I gave her a case of ramen noodles and a check for what, like $30.27.
Yeah, I thought that was really funny.
Because that's how I balance my checkbook. Yeah. And that's what happened here. Somebody dropped by TC's and they actually posted on their Twitter account a picture of the receipt. The total amount for the meal was $36.53. Tip, $1,450.47 for a total of $1,487. Kindness and generosity of our wonderful community continues to amaze us, says the cast and crew at TC's Referee. And little things like that have been happening. In the
Something
past.
similar happened at the Gateway as well.
Just
$1,000
a few days ago, $1,000
and
tip.
the thing I liked is they said, please don't tell anybody who it was. So, like, nobody knows who it was. So thank you for not letting them know it was me. I mean, it was whoever. Just kidding. It was definitely not me.
Oh, my goodness.
It was definitely not me.
No, it was not.
Not that I wouldn't do that. I just couldn't
I would
do
think,
that.
and not that. And of course, you know, the business we're in, we spend a lot of time with other businesses in town.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And our specialty really is small business.
Yeah.
And everybody just kind of hunkering down and waiting for what's next, but especially the hospitality business, which I was in for several years before I ever went into media and broadcasting. And It is. Whatever you leave with that night or that day for your shift in your pocket, that is what you have. And so basically, man, these folks, hospitality industry, have been just cut off the knees right now.
Yeah.
So if you can get your order to go or get it delivered or whatever.
Tip well.
I mean, a lot of folks involved here. So it's pretty cool that folks are stepping up like that.
People are awesome. Just like, there's another segment of the population that's not so awesome that are, hoarding things, not so awesome. But people doing awesome stuff, very awesome. So
yeah, like I say, and United States of America, we always tend to come through, and we'll get through this too.
We will.
So,
Absolutely,
we're all
we
in
will.
this together.
Prayers all around.
Absolutely. Coming up, we're going to visit with Nick Sweeney from Sweeney Sanitation. That's on the way. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris.
If you grew up in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, you should consider joining us for this amazing vacation.
My wife and I have been to this event the last 3 years, and we've had a blast.
Join us at the Sands.
Hear amazing music from Billy Idol,
Cheap Trick,
Belinda Carlisle,
Little River Band,
The Hooters,
Tesla,
Howard Jones,
and many more.
Plus, meet awesome stars from movies and TV.
It's the best week ever.
Learn more right now at thesands.rocks.
That's thesands.rocks.
Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris. I've got Dan Farris here, but I don't have Heidi here right now because we've got Nick Sweeney.
This is big. This is huge. Nick, how you doing?
Very good. How are you, Dan?
Nick Sweeney, Sweeney Sanitation Services.
We're talking trash with Nick Sweeney. I'm super excited about this. Now, Dan, this was kind of your idea, wasn't it? To say, let's do this once in a while.
It was, and this goes way back, and he's no longer in business, but my guy years ago was Dan's.
Okay.
Because it just made sense.
Yeah, you were Dan, and he was Dan.
And he was awesome. He let me use an entire garbage truck once.
Oh, no kidding.
For like 5 days. I was shooting the loop in a Dan's garbage truck. Talk about a chick magnet.
I'll bet.
So every now and again, you meet a trash guy who's like cut above the rest, and that is Nick Sweeney and Sweeney Sanitation. So, hey.
Now, you guys are
that.
a fairly new company, but you did this before starting the company, right?
Yep. Me and my brother were both garbage men for about 10 years before we started.
And Sweeney Sanitation started how long ago now?
July of last year.
So it's still fairly new, but you guys are growing, and you got a lot of new residents that are coming on board all the time.
Yep. Yeah, we just went full time in January, so now we go every day.
So it would be nice if you could help everybody listening, but everybody listening probably can't have you because you right now cover Sioux Falls, Harrisburg, and Crooks.
Yep.
So if they don't live in those communities, well, consider moving, I would say.
Yeah, absolutely. It's worth it.
Moving to Sioux Falls, Harrisburg, or Crooks.
We're talking an elite trash service here.
Yeah, this is now you guys had, I remember following on Facebook, like you ordered a new truck, and that's got to be kind of interesting to set up, a whole company like this, but just to even order a giant, what do you call it, a garbage truck? Am I saying it right?
Yeah.
Because that just sounds weird to say that. So what are some of the features on a garbage truck when you're trying to buy one? Cruise control?
Yeah, my truck has cruise. That's the first truck I've ever been in that has cruise control.
Really?
But yeah, that's pretty nice.
So, and then the giant thing that's on the back, what do you call that part?
That's the cart tipper.
The cart tipper. And that's where you back up and you hook the garbage can on, it like flips it inside there?
Yep.
Wouldn't it be fun to just play with one of those, Dan?
I did. And I'm going to again.
This is all making sense now. I see why, Dan. So, what are some of the most bizarre things? Like 10 years you did this with somebody else, and now Sweeney Sanitation here for the last 9 months or so, or 6 months. What are some of the more bizarre things you see when you're out on the route?
I guess for bizarre, I see a lot of old art.
Oh.
That's kind of sketchy, you could say. But yeah, I guess I've pretty much seen everything. There's nothing I have not seen.
So now have you ever found things that you think probably weren't meant to be in the garbage?
Well, if we're not sure, we leave it. But yeah, I mean, some people throw things away that I still use that have some life left in them.
I'm kind of thinking back to that sketchy art you find. We need to put on a sketchy art show.
Oh, I had no idea.
I got a whole gallery.
Love stuff like that. Yeah. See Nick and his brother in 20 years, an Antiques Roadshow, cash it in. Something they found in somebody's can.
There you go. So if people would like to sign up to have Sweeney Sanitation come pick up their trash, how do they do that? What is the best way to do it? Call you, go to a website?
The easiest thing would be to go to our website, which is SweeneySanitation.com.
And it doesn't take long to go through the process on the site, does
No,
it?
not at all. Just need a few pieces of information and we're good to go.
So a minute or two?
Yeah, if that.
And it's pretty comparable in price to other folks?
Yeah, it's a very competitive price. So.
Nice. And what would you say the average home when, I suppose it all depends on how many cans and how many, all of those things, but what's the typical price for it?
For us, it's about $26 a month after tax.
Nice.
Yeah.
So not bad at all.
No.
If you leave a Norman Rockwell original or a Picasso at the curb, that month will be free.
We'll take that.
Which is a darn good special, Nick. Good for you.
That's the Dan special. Well, Nick, thanks for coming in. I'm looking forward to talking trash with you every month.
Absolutely. Thank you very much.
And if you'd like to talk trash with Nick and his brother at Sweeney Sanitation, reach out to them. Their website, once again, SweeneySanitation.com.
Hey, thanks, Nick.
Thank you.
Not all credit cards are created equally. Some cards have higher rates, some have annual fees, some are just not very good. Often people will sign up for these because that's all they qualify for. But if you've done that, it may be time to get a better credit card. Over time, your situation can change. Then you could qualify for a better credit card, one that offers you a better rate, or one that offers miles, points, cash back, or whatever is the best fit for you. Check it out for free at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
And it's time right now for entertainment news of the day with Mr. Dan Farris.
Celebrities are fabulous. We're going to take such a hard left here.
Oh, okay.
All right.
'Cause, I had a little downtime.
You did?
Yeah.
Right? I've been sequestered.
You were working on a manifesto, weren't you?
Working on my manifesto. All the real dirt on Hollywood. But here's the thing. It's kind of human nature, I guess. People want to assign blame for this, that, and the other thing. And, we're in this deal right now having to do with the Chinese virus. I'm sorry.
Corona.
The virus from China. Let's be politically correct here. And when I had my downtime, I did a little research because something kind of sparked, and you may call this a conspiracy theory, but just bear with me here. We're talking about Gwyneth Paltrow.
Okay.
Now, Gwyneth Paltrow, the actress, of course, started a company a few years back called Goop,
Right.
which, has to do with this, that, and the other thing. I'm not really sure. But you look at the timelines, she started research and development and then launched a new product the first part of January, pretty much the same time this whole virus thing started getting some news coverage, right?
Okay.
She started selling a candle called Smells Like My Down There.
Right.
JJ.
I've seen that.
Okay, so
Yes.
that happened, and I got to say this, and I'm no theologian, I'm not, but my guess is the good Lord went, you know what? That's it.
That could be.
It was the straw that broke the old cosmic camel's back. Right there.
Thanks a lot, Gwyneth.
And he thought about maybe letting it slide, but then he noticed the darn thing sold out at $75 a pop like overnight.
Why would anybody even want one of those?
And so the big guy went, that's it, plague time.
Yeah.
Yes.
He goes, well, where do I start this? Well, I think we'll go to the godless communist regime of China. We'll start there.
Is that where the candles are made?
No, probably manufacturing.
Okay.
Probably.
So what does he send? A bat. And what does a bat look like besides Count Chocula? Satan.
Yes.
Now, also keep in mind, Gwyneth Paltrow's firstborn is named what?
Oh. I'm seeing how this is coming together. The Garden of Eden.
The fruit
forbidden
that played
fruit.
a pivotal role in original sin.
Oh my gosh.
How long were you on your own,
Dan,
Dan?
this is brilliant.
And keep in mind, my doctor did write me not one but two prescriptions while this was going on.
You thought this up on your own?
So here's the thing. Next time you see Gwyneth, just go, hey, Gwyneth Paltrow, thanks for nothing.
Yeah.
And that's my report.
It's exactly what I would do.
Anybody would like a copy of that?
You have that typed?
Type it up, send me $5.
Totally need to be circulating this online. Everybody
Does it
needs
make
to
sense?
know.
Tell me I'm wrong.
It makes sense. It makes perfect sense.
Dan's theory. Just look for it online. You'll find it somewhere.
I bet I can get on Ellen.
And on our show, too. Well, Dan, thanks for coming in, man.
My pleasure.
Let's look into that quarantine again. John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris.